Welcome to the second episode of Part Your Lips with me, your host and injector, Kristi, aka KLN Injects. This is going to be a very intimate Q&A session with me. Get to know me, get to know my life, get to know where I come from, why I do what I do, and hope you enjoy. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a normal woman, honestly. I feel like a lot of the times I have imposter syndrome. Like, I don't really know that this is my life and what's happening is happening. I'm a mom. I forget that I'm a mom of 3. No, I wouldn't say forget. I forget how much time has passed by. Like every Mother's Day, every birthday of my oldest, I'm like, have I really been a mom for this long? Like, he turns 15 this year, and I'm like, that's wild to me. I have a 15-year-old. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a mom who is trying to make it, trying to provide a life for her kids, and really building the career that I've always envisioned and wanted. Like, I always wanted to work for myself. I've always wanted to live life for myself and not have to listen to other people or take direction from other people. Just live my life the way I wanted to. I've always been very independent and very stubborn, very headstrong. But I've always been a go-getter, and I've always wanted to live my life that way. I would definitely say when I became a mom, I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant, and it obviously changed my life forever, right? Who would have thought at 19, here I am, in my second year of college at U of H, and I'm preparing to have a child. Like I just didn't realize that this would be my life. So yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one moment, it was finding out that I was going to be a mom. I don't see why the fuck not. Like, I grew up as an only child. Surprise, surprise. Very independent, but also like with that mentality of why can't I have it all, right? And I've always had that attitude, and it sometimes has served me. Other times it has bit me in the ass, but why can't I have it all? I don't know. Why can't I? Who says I can't? Like, I pray about it. I fucking manifest it, and I put in the work to make sure it happens. Like, I want it to happen. I want the family, and that has been probably a big struggle for me. I want the career and the money, which I feel like I'm very much natural at. And I'm surrounded by my loved ones. I have my core group of friends that love and adore me and accept me for who I am. Right now, have a partner who's super supportive and very loving and nurturing and all the things that I have prayed about. So I'm just like, yeah, why can't I? Why can't I have it all? And I feel like I should. And I go after the life that I want, and I want it all, right? I don't have to have the most amount of money. I don't have to have the most well-known career. I don't care to be famous. I just want to live a life that's comfortable, that I can stop and do whatever I want on a random Tuesday, take my kids, go with me, like, and just live my life, and not have that struggle of where's the next paycheck? When is it coming? Am I going to have enough to feed my kids today? Like, that's my mentality. Like, I want it. I'm going to go after it, you know? I've had a reputation at work at my last job, and I guess just the way I come across and maybe my face, my RBF, that I'm really mean, or I can be intimidating, stuck up, a bitch, full of herself. I was called the mean one at work. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm very mean. I just feel like I'm very direct. And when it comes to work, I have a vision. I know what I want it done correctly, and I want it done the most efficiently. Like, I'm very much like, don't waste your time. Time is money. Everything needs to be efficient. And so I come off very direct. I maybe come off, I don't have a super bubbly personality. I'm not like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Like, that's not me. Like, I am very like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, even my patients know, the ones who've been with me for a while, I shoot the shit with you. Like, whether you're female, male, especially at my male dominant job where most of my patients were male. Maybe some of them wished I was like more like, hey, like upbeat, but I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like, I'll give it to you straight. I'm very much a straight shooter. Like, this is me. This is how I am. And I'm not, by all means, I'm not mean. Like, I'm very sweet. I'm very loving when you get to know me, when you peel back those layers, because I don't really allow too many people to see that version of me. I've been burned so many times, and I have my own set of trust issues, right? But really, I'm very funny, very sarcastic, love to crack jokes, very silly, and I can actually be very sweet, and very thoughtful. It just, just depends on who's around, right? So I'm really not mean, guys. It's just my Botox, I have always been interested in aesthetics. I love making people feel good about themselves. I love the confidence that people have when they get out of my chair and I'm done with their treatment. They're like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with myself. I love the messages from patients after the fact, like, girl, I'm obsessed with my face. Oh my God, I got so many compliments on my chin, on my jawline. Like, I look good. I love that. Like, I am very much into other women feeling good about themselves, women, men, whatever, very much empowering people to feel great, right? The confidence that ensues after I, perform a treatment. Like, that's what I love. I love, like, I'll still have patients messaging me from my last job, and they're like, Kristi, thank you for what you've done for me over the years. Thank you for helping me. You've helped save my marriage. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I've lost over 100 pounds, and they'll send me before and after photos of the things that I've done or how I've helped contribute to either their weight loss or, them feeling good about themselves, them dating, or them helping save their marriages, or them being able to be active with their kids. That means more to me than anything. And I used to work at MD Anderson. I worked there for about 5 years, and I was an oncology nurse and patient. And I felt like a lot of the work that I did there, while it was very meaningful, a lot of my patients were already sick. And I wanted to help patients, and I wanted to work with patients before they got sick, which is why I was doing testosterone and weight loss for so long, for like the last 6-7 years, because I actually help people feel good about themselves and change their lives for the better before they got sick, or help them, there's so many patients that I've caught early with cancer so that they could get the treatment they needed versus taking care of them when they were already like on their deathbed. And I just felt like I was managing them when they were super sick. And to me, I personally didn't feel like I was making as much of a difference in their lives preventatively that I do now. I know in the world of aesthetics, that's completely different, right? All of this is cosmetic. It's very much not medically necessary, which I totally understand, right? This is so optional. Like, some people don't even consider this like medicine, aesthetic medicine. But for me, why I do what I do is to make people feel good. Like, there's so many people who walk around not feeling good about themselves, so insecure, very much like with their head down, feeling unhappy about life, very negative because they just don't feel secure within themselves. And if I can give that person the little bit of confidence that they need to feel good about themselves, to change how they look at life every day, walk around with their head held high versus like, oh, woe is me. Like, oh, like my life sucks. Oh, she's pretty. I'm not. Oh, you know, that just, I mean, why wouldn't you want people to feel better? Like, I'm all about that. So, and then aesthetics is fun. Like, I love it. Every day I'm here and I do my job. I don't feel like I'm working. Like 6-7 hours goes by and I'm like, oh, like I'm tired, but like it doesn't feel like work. I'm really enjoying myself. So that's why I chose aesthetics. I don't know. Every day's a new fucking lesson. Every day's like a new part of the journey, right? Um, I've always been the workhorse, like put me to work, I'll inject, I'll do whatever, I'll see all the patients. But then you add in the business side to it, and there's so many different things that you have to think about now, and you have to like integrate and have to balance financially, like all the costs of everything. That's probably been the biggest, I guess I wouldn't say struggle or lesson, but it's just managing all the moving parts, people. Yeah, it's a lot, right? So I'm in this season of my life, I feel like I'm living my idea of success. I work at my own business full time now. I have my 3 kids. They're thriving. They're healthy. They're happy. They're in school. 15, 10, and 5. They're about to be this year. I'm enjoying life. Like I'm actually going out there. I do things. I travel. I was so tied down before. And then I'm in a new relationship where I'm super happy and I feel safe and I feel very protected. I feel heard. I feel seen. It's the first time in my life where I feel like I'm not having to prove my worth to somebody for them to love me. I'm just me, and this person embraces all the parts of me that I love, and even the parts that need more reassurance and validation. Like he's there, and so life is really good right now, and I feel like I'm living the success that I've always prayed for. And every day I wake up so grateful and I thank God every day. Like, thank you, God, for my life. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my loved ones, my kids, my parents who are still alive and strong, even though they're older, my dog, having a house over my head, food at every meal. Thank you for my man. Thank you for bringing him into my life. Thank you for my friends who love and support me and treat me like their own, like treat me like I'm their family. Just thank you for the support, the lessons, the guidance. Thank you for the wisdom and the strength and courage to continue going, even when I don't feel like doing it. Like, honestly, that is the prayer that I pray every day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right? Living my life in gratitude has changed my mindset, changed my perspective, and just has made me, I don't know, like I am living my success. I'm so happy. So, yeah, just riding the wave for as long as it keeps going, right? My proudest moment as a mom, I'm going to get emotional. My proudest moment as a mom is seeing my kids thrive, is seeing them stand up for themselves. Like, for example, my oldest, there was a moment recently where he was challenged by someone he looks up to and is like, his family. And he felt like he was being treated really unfairly. And it hurt for me as a mom. It hurt to watch him go through that. But also, in a sense, like, I want to fight his battles and I want to do things for him. But I'm like, no, he's turning 15. He's got to learn how to, work through situations on his own. Well, I did not guide him. But I did follow up. And then the next day he had told me, hey, I did this. I initiated this. I reached out to this person. I told them my side, my version, and it all worked out. And when I talked to my therapist about it, because I am very active in therapy as well, she was like, where do you think he got that from, Kristi? And I was like, I don't know. She was like, he got it from you. He's watched you deal with situations time and time again. And he's watched you and he's learned and he took that initiative and he handled his business just like he sees you do every day. And that hit me like, maybe I am doing right by my kids. Like they are learning something positive from me, right? So, and even most recently, like a few months ago, I was going through a hard time and unfortunately, my son, my oldest, has gone through the waves with me. He's gone through the seasons in my life where I was at my absolute lowest and he's seen it. And he's also seen me at my really high highs. And at that moment, I was at one of my lowest and he stepped in. He stepped in as older brother for his siblings and he did his part. Like I was not in a good space mentally and emotionally, and he stepped up and he reminded me of certain things. And he, like, let's say elf on the shelf, I'm fucking terrible at it. I was so much better when I was married because we took that responsibility together. We traded days. But now that, since I've been a single mom, like I fucking hate that elf on the shelf. I always forget to do it. I'm not as creative. And so when I was going through that time where I was having a really tough time, Landon obviously knows elf on the shelf is not real. Santa's not real. So I said, hey, Landon, can you help me with the elf on the shelf with moving it for your younger siblings so that they still have that experience that you did growing up, right? Can you please help me with it? And he was like, okay, I got it. And it was time for him to go to his dad's for the week and a half for Christmas or whatever. And he texted me. He was like, sorry. He texted me. He was like, Mom, don't forget to move the elf. Don't forget to move him on these days for Alana and Kaden. And he was like, I did this, and this, and I set it up here and this and that. And he was like, please don't forget to move the elf for that. And in that moment, I was like, man, I did it. Like I raised my son right. Like I raised him. Sometimes he's a little shit. Sometimes he's like a normal teenager and he drives me freaking nuts, right? Sometimes he just drives me crazy, but I love him to death and he's grown up with me, right? Again, because I had him at 19 and in that moment I was like, I did right. I did right. Like I did right. And so those are moments where I really do feel like I did my job as a parent, and I'm most proud of these moments. I don't know, like trying to speak positive to myself, telling myself like, hey, remember what you're doing this for. Remember why you are doing what you do, right? It's like a lot of my mom guilt has been actually relieved. So I will tell you a story. I was working at a testosterone and weight loss clinic for the last 5.5 years. And I loved it there. I loved what I did, but it was definitely like 8 to 5 on most days. Some days I'm there till 7, rotating Saturdays. And as a single parent, if I'm getting out of work at 5 and my daughter's activity is if my daughter's activity is at 4 p.m., like I'm not fucking making it and she's not fucking going. So, or like, hey, and then I work here at the med spa and I was doing both. Like I was working 8 to 5 there. And then after work, I'd come straight here and I'd inject here till like 7 p.m. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I'm here all weekend long. So, and I'd have to bring my kids with me to work so that I can actually see patients and build this business and do what I'm doing, right? And so I had so much mom guilt, right? Oh, we're not doing like fun things. We're not, their dads get to be fun parents because they get to take them around and have fun with them. Meanwhile, mom is always working, but I try to include them in what I do. And I want them to see what I'm doing here so that they can be like, yeah, mom fucking worked, but mom fucking hustled. Mom provided the life that we've wanted and needed. And now when we have our own set of kids, like, this is the example of like how to provide for your children, right? So there's a lot of mom guilt, but since leaving that position and focusing into Face Fit full time, I'm actually able to be more present. Like my first day here, I got out of here by 4. I was able to go home with my kids. I took them out to dinner. We ran some errands together. And I'm like, normally if I'm coming home at like 8:30, 9 at night, like I don't get this. Like, 1 or 2 of them are already asleep by the time I get home. So like, I just feel so much more well balanced, but there's still always mom guilt in everything that I do, but it's just silencing that voice in my head. My kids are well taken care of. They're fed. They have a home. They have everything they need. And a lot of what they want. So, it's just a constant reminder of like, hey, they have it and they're okay. I would say I want them to remember how resilient their mom is, that I've adapted to change, and there's been so many changes in our lives, but regardless, like, I powered through, I killed it, I hustled. Like, I never want them to see, of course, you don't want your kids to see you when you're down, but my kids have, and I feel like it makes them more appreciative of who I am and what I do, because I have been able to get up and keep going, right? There have been many days where I just want to lay in bed and I've cried myself to sleep. I wake up crying. I don't want to do anything. But no, every day they see mom push through. Like, even if I don't want to, even if it's been a struggle, they see me push through. And I mean, yeah, I want them to see that just because you go through tough times, it doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can keep pushing forward and life will get better. So. My God, I think we'd need a whole episode for each relationship, I think. But the biggest lesson recently that my relationships have taught me about love is, yes, guard your heart, but also keep it open. So I tell y'all, like, I pray, I bring all things to God, because it's the only way I've been able to push through a lot of life. One of the things I ask God for is to help me guard my heart, help me protect it, but also help me keep it open for the person it's meant to be open for. Heal me, right? Heal my heart. Don't let me be closed off. Don't let me be so hard. And please help me open up and be soft, and be vulnerable. And I think that has been a struggle for me. And I don't know if I've fully been able to do that in a lot of my relationships, is be fully vulnerable and open, because I've been so guarded, way, 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 way guarded. Or because I knew I was probably with the wrong person and I chose to keep those walls up. So my biggest lesson in relationships, or my past relationships recently, has taught me how to keep my heart open. I am absolutely open to love again. Like I said, I'm currently in a relationship where I feel it just feels very easy, very, like, I'm at ease, very calm, collected, lack of chaos, just easy, very grounded. I feel like I'm like talking to my best friend. We talk all the time, talk all day long, and he's like my best friend. We talk all the time about nothing. Like, we can talk shit to each other, we can joke with each other, we can be serious and have these serious conversations while staying very neutral, very even keeled, calm. Like, I'm even talking to you in a much higher and more aggressive tone than I would with him when we're talking about serious stuff. Like, it just feels easy. And we're on the same page about what we want, commitment wise, our future. And it doesn't feel like I'm having to jump through hoops for him to, like, see me. I'm not like, hey, look at me, I'm worth it, right? he sees it, and he's seen it from the start, and it feels amazing. So yes, maybe one day you'll meet him, but for now, we're gonna keep it as is. That's interesting because I feel like as an adult, it's definitely gotten harder to maintain certain friendships, and I've outgrown certain people and friendships in my life. I still wish them the best, and at different points in my life have very much loved and cared for them, and it sucked to not have those friendships and relationships work out, but I still wish them the best. I feel like maybe in those moments of my life, that's where they were really needed. That's where maybe they needed me or vice versa, but the current friendships I have, I fucking cherish. I would go to the ends of the earth for these people. I would ride or die for them. Like, I love them. And it feels good to have people in your life who love you and want the best for you without an agenda. And we can go through different seasons in our lives where maybe we don't even talk for months, or maybe even a couple years, but we still like are really good. Whenever we come back together, it's like no time has passed, right? And it's no hard feelings. You're living life, you're doing life, and so am I. And they know how busy I am, and I know how busy they are. Kids, marriage, whatever, it's just easy. I feel like relationships and friendships should be easy. It should still be intentional, but it shouldn't be work. Let's see what boundaries have changed the game for me. Saying no. I've done a lot of things for people just to I am very much a people pleaser. I've been like that for a long time, since childhood, right? Very much a perform to receive type of person, just based off how childhood was, like earn my worth and people please. And as I've gotten older, I could give a fuck if you don't like me. I don't give a shit if I've upset you. I mean, okay, to an extent, I care when I hurt my friends' feelings or my loved ones' feelings, but at the same time, I try to do it in a way where hey, it's not personal, but I can't do this, or I can't be this, or I can't, and either you accept it and you respect it, or you don't, and we keep it moving and go our separate ways. Boundaries, I know I talked about this in the last episode, have always been a struggle for me, and I've been learning, and I've been doing a lot of work in therapy to make sure I can uphold my boundaries. When I would tell myself, I'm not very good at boundaries, and my therapist was like, no, you're good at them. You have them. It's just, staying strong with them has been a struggle for me, but I feel like I've been working on it. I've been doing better, so. I don't know, just rebuilding what I've lost, but also just starting fresh. I guess that's the season I'm in. Man, betrayals. I don't know. People fucking me over when they say one thing and do the opposite. Even when my employer, I gave them the respect, I feel like, and they still treated me like I was very dispensable and very replaceable. And that's the thing, right? So how do you go one day from how my trust issues and my, where a lot of my healing comes from is, for example, you may say that you love me, right? But then on the opposite side of that, you treat me like trash. You scream at me. You've cheated on me. You've called me out my name. Talked about my kids a certain way, or yeah, just in general, that is what has fucked me up the most, is when people are not true to their words, where their actions don't meet their words, they don't align, and then their consistency, it's all great in the beginning, then you really get to know people and they're not what they say, not what they do. And so a lot of what has fucked me up mentally and emotionally is that, and I'm still working on it. I'm still working on my healing from those situations, and trying to move forward and not carry that with me in anything new that I'm experiencing, right? So I don't know, when I'm being a badass boss bitch at work, maybe. I don't know. In the gym, lifting weights, taking out my stress and relieving myself, like at the gym, like gym therapy. That's when I'm like, damn, I'm a boss bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that I feel really good about myself right now. Like beautiful, made up. Like shout out to Ashley. She did my makeup. Linda always does my hair, and she's the greatest. And I've been going to her for so many years. I do my own my own Botox. Other people do my injectables, but I mean, those are moments where I just feel like I feel great, you know? When my man hypes me up all the time, I'm like, okay, learn to not argue against it. No, like, for example, I'd be that person who you compliment me. I'm like, oh, but I'm just like not feeling that great today, but thank you. And instead, I'm just learning to be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, fake it till I make it, until I start believing like these things are really true about me. So. It gets better. It gets better. Pray about it and it gets better. Pray about it and it gets better. Pray about it and it fucking gets better. And it'll be better than anything you ever dreamed of. So keep praying about it and it's going to happen. Guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is laying on my fucking bed, turning on Netflix and zoning out the rest of the world. I love my alone time. I love my quiet time. I love to sit in silence. I wouldn't say that's a guilty pleasure, but something I enjoy doing. What is something in aesthetics I can't stand? I might get a lot of hate for this one. But I don't follow injectors, and I don't stand behind injectors who don't come from a medical background. I know sometimes skills-wise they might be great, but if you cannot diagnose, if you cannot evaluate, if you cannot administer the proper medications or protocols that are needed in the event you have an emergency, and yes, there are emergencies in the world of aesthetics, it's hard for me to get behind how and why you're injecting. I'm like, do you have a MD on site or NP on site? That's different, right? Because I do know certain like estheticians or medical assistants, I don't know, people who are not RNs, NPs, PAs, or MDs that do practice, that do have somebody on site. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot better, right? But then some of them just have their own practice. And I'm like, what do you mean you do lashes and you do injections? Sorry, not sorry, but I've done Tox, full face, neck. I've done Radiesse to jawline and chin. I've done Sculptra, full face. Lip filler. I've had filler to my under eyes, mid face, again to my chin shadows. I've gotten like Diamond Glow facials. I get facials every so often. I do laser facials, like our Advil laser. Obviously the dermaplaning, chemical peels. I do medical grade skincare. What else? I mean, I've pretty much done all the things. Now, I work out, right? I work out a lot. It's not natural for an Asian to have a booty, right? And I love how my legs look, but I don't have hips. I wasn't blessed with hips, and I have these hip dips. So I've had a round of Radiesse to my hip dips to help with how concave they would get. And I think that has helped a little bit. But shit, I fucking bruise like a little bitch. Like, I bruise so bad that I don't know if I would get that done again. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of what we offer at the med spa, I practice what I preach. Like, I'm never going to tell you, oh, you should do this, get that, because like if I haven't done it myself, how can I speak on it? What else? I've done hormone therapy replacement. Like, I've done testosterone creams and progesterone nightly. I'm on peptides. I've done injectable peptides and oral peptides. I do my IV infusions every now and then, especially when I'm like feeling like I'm about to get sick. So, I mean, I do all the things, and I'm all about it. All about it. I've definitely cried about my share of friendships that I no longer have or are people who are in my life. But at the end of the day, I still wish them well, keep it moving. And they played their part in my life. And we all go through seasons, and some people are only meant to be there for a season and not for a lifetime. So I've learned to let go a lot. I've learned to just sit back and let life happen, and not need to be in control of every aspect of my life and how things play out. I know for me that was really hard, but because I've been through so many different challenges in my life, that I've released the need to absolutely be on top of everything and just let life unfold. So wouldn't say that's a fear, but definitely something I've let go of. So I think that's all the questions for today. I plan on having another guest here shortly. It's just all about timing. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram, our TikTok. And then come see me at Face Fit. So thank you for joining us on the second episode of Part Your Lips. And I will see you again soon.